execute dishes.
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
Wow, so much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back.
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full. So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some extra brain juice. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know a lot of people.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find—
Oh, you truly are a man of many—
Okay, enough.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small-scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad— he always wanted me to inherit the family business. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations?
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to— According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just—
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would one day. In the end, I was— don't get him— No. But my dad's— I knew talking would only—
Gaming.
But in the past, and you can't just— Still.
Paimon understands.
Okay.
Actually, we told Xianyun.
Oh?
Are you interested?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an adepta. She came to see me a few days ago to—
Is that not?
It's one thing to use it on—
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone were—
Great! The more the merrier! Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends. I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should... A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone. Apologies in advance.
Wait, Shenhe?
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means.
I feel a bit... Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the secure transport agent.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very...
Well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my... Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baizhu lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere, but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always... It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop. So I simply couldn't let such consideration go. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes. But I'm ready to put in just as...
Well, we're all here. But where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well. So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small... The materials are over here. The regular... As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made...
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and Paimon knew she could count on you, traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the... Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It's... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make... What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular...
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try.
Okay, it's decided then.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the...
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be...
Firm to the touch with no... Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon nap. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional...
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design...
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not?
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi.
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna start painting it gold right...
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing.
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a completely crazy... If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels, and maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh. Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be... Oh, Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did, she doesn't deserve to get shot up into the sky for it. Something like this, then. Now that we've decided... It's done! Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the...
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh! Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look... If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I...
unfortunate. Paimon can...
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and...
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow. The disciples of Adept...
You are most filial, Shenhe. One...
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer.
What about your kite, traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
Very Paimon-like indeed.
Why do you say that?
That one time the traveler suspected that a piece of meat was missing from their bowl, that was the exact expression.
Is that something that happened?
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory with... Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
Illusion shattered!
This may hurt a little. Show him you good!
I will have order.
Take them. I have no need.
There's nothing wrong with reaping the reward every... Len?
Inazuma shines eternal!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its...
One believes it drifted in the direction of... Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the...
Your concern is misplaced. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not note on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor.
Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower th.
It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an adeptus? Please forgive us for any. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Sheeper? What are you doing here?
You?
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not...
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the time. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so...
Your prowess in mechanics is
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
It seems that one's concern was misplaced.
Then, should we continue?
A splendid suggestion, but it would...
Perhaps your mountain would suffice?
A fine idea.
They're back.
Paimon's pooped. Why are there only two of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't...
Oh? What?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection. If I were a kite, I would cherish that.
Shenhe?
It may be. If Gao Ming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself...
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right?
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere near...
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as...
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before...
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
Hey! Paimon's hungry too! It's not like the dim sum and grilled fish could keep her full the whole day and...
Shenhe, Ganyu.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help...
May I present?
This is...
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined! Those outfits...
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one... What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable.
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are...
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun! This golden crab's particularly good. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh, well. One will just have to extend one's thanks.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and...
One has only heard that the two are not on good...
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling.
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate at a gathering of adepti. Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogius made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogius' opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying and later... one means to say that it is a time to address problems before they turn into... Fate is fickle.
That's not...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our effort... Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to
Yep. Oh, Paimon...
One's design... Now then, I counsel rest for all.
Ad Astra. Thank you for